Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas. Welcome to the One Bar and Lupagus show. I am One Bar with a very naughty Lupagus.
You don't know that. That can't be proven. Merry Christmas to you, One Bar. Merry Christmas to everybody watching. I know what I want for Christmas, and it's 2,000 subscribers, so help us get there. Click that subscribe button. Click it till you're jolly and ripe.
Jolly and ripe. Fantastic. Well, in this episode, we're going to be talking about five things we need Santa to bring to the Minnesota Vikings this offseason. And it was tough to whittle it down to five because we need a lot, but we didn't want to get too greedy.
Yeah, we don't have a wish list the size of Pee Wee Herman's in his Christmas special. It's just too bad that Santa couldn't have come in October and delivered the Vikings all these things they need. These aren't things they want. Vikings are so old; they're getting things they need for Christmas.
Yeah, that's never a good sign. This is socks, a belt, something very generic, nothing shiny like a nice tricycle, unicycle.
I don't want something I need. I want something I want.
Oh God. Well, so much for Christmas. That's over. All right, let's just hop right into this. What is Santa got in his bag that he's going to bring to the Minnesota Vikings this offseason?
I think it's actually technically called his sack.
His sack, Santa's beautiful, beautiful sack. Well, if he's reaching in there, the number one thing, not number one, we're not going in particular order. I always do that.
Yeah.
One thing that the Santa needs to bring to the Vikings, clearly, we'll get the easy one out of the way, is a guard. We need a guard, Santa.
Well, we don't just need one guard. We need two guards. No one's really given Ezra Cleveland heat for how he's played, but he hasn't been very good either. We really need a left guard, though. Dakota Dozier, you might as well just not have anybody there. But my question is this. If Dakota Dozier is somehow with the team, we get a new guard. This Vikings team seems very committed to Dakota Dozier, so I don't even know they would not take him out of the lineup. But, yeah, definitely need a guard, maybe with that first pick. Who knows? We'll see how things shake out.
Yeah, I mean, free agency guards usually are a pretty penny because there's not usually a ton of them available. So we got to be realistic there. It's not like Santa's going to bring us this top tier guard in free agency. So yeah, it's probably the draft. We haven't had very good luck with guards in the draft. We'll see what happens, but you're right. Something tells me like April 14th, also we're going to see on Twitter breaking, and yes, this would be breaking news, that the Vikings have re-signed Dakota Dozier to a 1-year deal.
Yeah, and in Rick Spielman's mind, guard position solved.
All right, so yes, one guard. Please bring two, but we'll deal with one.
Yeah, it's like getting just a twin pack. Like when, I don't know, like the G.I. Joe guys ever come in twin packs.
Yeah, but those are usually the very generic G.I. Joes. Like you'd get the really good one, like Snake Eyes, and then it would just come with like John Reynolds.
I'll be like Cobra Soldier.
Those are always the first to die. Mm-hmm. Next thing we need from Santa, we need a defensive line. We damn near need a whole new defensive line.
Yeah, I was going to edit this and make it a pass rush, but we can't stop the run either. We need an entire defensive line from left to right. And the good thing about this is we already have a couple of these presents. We had to return them last year, but now they're going to come back. We're going to finally get the replacements. Michael Pierce is coming back. Daniil Hunter will be back, which is going to be a huge boost. You got to be a little bit excited about what DJ Wanham can do in year two, but the Vikings need an interior disruptor, someone who can penetrate, someone who can blow up the middle of opposing teams' offensive lines, and then just a consistent threat opposite Daniil Hunter. So D-line is going to look a lot different next year, and Santa needs to bring us a penetrator and another pass rusher.
Geez, does Santa give penetrators? That seems a little risque for Christmas.
But it don't matter.
You hit it. We got some good top pieces coming, but our depth right now, I think that's going to look completely different. They tried some of these younger guys, and yes, they're still young, but nobody is standing out. I mean, I'm very surprised that not one person is standing out on that depth.
Yeah, there's rumors they're going to move the ginger snap to guard.
Actually, you know what? That's not a horrible idea. He might be a decent guard. So yes, those are the two obvious ones. Couple still pretty obvious, but special teams, we need a new special teams coach. We need new special teams, period. So we can just leave it at that. Santa, hook us up.
Well, the fact that Marwan Malouf is still on this team is a Christmas miracle in itself. How he was not fired after the debacle of the 2 block punts, and then you see the bad snaps, the return the Bears got, and Mike Zimmer screaming at him on the sideline. God only knows the shit Mike Zimmer said to him behind closed doors. It makes your skin crawl. makes your dick shrivel. You just don't know. And the fact that he's still around, I don't know. There's something about this reluctance with this team, this coaching staff to make a move, whether it's at a coaching position or on the offensive line, like with DeCozier. It doesn't seem to punish bad play or bad coaching.
Yeah, you're right. And it's kind of surprising. Zimmer's old school. He seems like he's the tough guy. So you'd think he would just be very good at that. But they do have an issue letting go. Maybe they're just too nice. But from top to bottom, special teams, it's easy to say, Maloof ain't out there. He's not the one kicking it. He's not the one returning it. But he is the guy that has a lot to do with who is doing that. So that's on him. I mean, I was just looking at our stats. Our average punt return as a team this year is 3.5 yards.
Yeah, it's
3.5 yards. That's like Andre the Giant. They return him Andre the Giant amount every time.
Like his height or his?
Yes. And his width and his girth. It's pathetic. 3.5 yards per punt return.
Yeah, and someone has to be the fall guy for this. And it should have been Marwan Maloof, and it should have happened about 4 weeks ago. Again, no point now. You got 2 games left. But yeah, he's gone. I bet you that happens the Monday morning after the season finale against Detroit. Marwan is walking out the door, and I don't know. Hopefully they can find somebody who, I mean, come to the point where the coach has to, help Dan Bailey through his kicking modes, find a guy who can return, change up something on your coverages where you're not, Dan Chesina's not missing, coach him up, tell him what to do. This nothing changes.
Dan, don't run by the player. Put your arms out and try to tackle him. Go get him, Dan.
He overshoots him every time.
He does. We'll see. But yeah, I think that's a foregone conclusion that he is gonzo. The next one, Santa, please bring a lifetime contract for Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, we haven't seen any of those in the NFL yet, so this would be a very rare gift. This is asking a lot from Santa, but yeah, how good this guy is. There's no reason to think he's going to take any kind of a step back moving forward. He's just so good in so many different ways. He's not a one-trick pony. He can run great routes. He makes he fights for extra yardage. I mean, every week this guy pulls something out of his sack that you did not know he had. Yeah, let's lock this guy up long-term because he is the future of our passing game. He is our number 1 receiver, and make it happen somehow. Santa, please,
Santa, give this guy whatever he wants to be happy. And people are sitting there giving him shit for throwing out an F-bomb to Kirk Cousins last week. I loved it. Hell yeah, why not? Showing that he's got some balls as a rookie. I enjoyed that quite a bit.
Well, I think it's just his demeanor. He's just so loose. He's just a fun-loving guy. He's not going to hold anything back. He's going to say what he needs to say, and he's earned the right to say anything to anybody the way he's played this year. He's a Pro Bowl receiver as a rookie. He could have told Kirk to suck on his freaking dick.
That's not Christmassy. Yeah. And you got to check out the Schooling with the Enemy with Andrew Juge, our latest one. He loves Justin Jefferson. He was not happy that he went to the Vikings because he does not like the Vikings. So that's even
I don't like him.
better. It's even better. The last thing we want Santa to bring out of his beautiful sack is some sort of mid-round quarterback. I mean, it's time in the draft. Let's get one. We're going to have a handful of thirds, handful of fourths. Perfect time to get a quarterback. Kirk Cousins on his last year. Not saying this guy will be the heir apparent, but let's get a young quarterback.
Yeah, not a 7th rounder who, might scrape the practice squad for a year. Like you said, a mid-rounder, 3rd, 4th. We don't have a 2nd. Find that guy you can actually develop and actually have some upside in. And I don't even think this has to come from the draft. We've talked about Gardner Minshew. Look around the league.
You've talked about Gardner Minshew.
What?
You've talked about Gardner Minshew.
Yeah, but same thing. Get him on there. Let him develop. See what he can do. Who knows what Sam Darnold's future is going to be. It doesn't have to exactly come from the draft. Find a young guy you can groom. But yeah, I just think you need to get that guy on the roster now. There's no point in putting Sean Mannion in. Everybody knows what Sean Mannion is, and he's Sean Mannion. He's probably a legend at the local bar.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, you said it. Get 3rd guy with some tons of upside. I like to see a guy who can run a little bit too. I don't want just a guy who's like Kirk Cousins-esque, drops back there and stands. I want a guy who can make plays with his legs. A guy that defenses really have to game plan for.
Sounds like you want a guy that can move and shake. I like it.
Damn right I do.
I like it. Yeah, if we go in the next season with Kirk Cousins and Sean Mannion, I can't even imagine what 2022 will bring. Yuck. This is the year. Let's do it. I was looking back on some other stats. I got to go back to this defensive line where we need help. Yannick Ngakoue is still our leading sack with 5 sacks. Our next guy has 3.5 sacks. When is the last time a Vikings team has had such piss poor production in the sack department? That's unreal. Ngakoue is going to finish the season as our top guy.
And that 3.5 is from a rookie. And that's why I'm especially
Odenigbo.
Oh, wasn't I thought Wanamath? Is he at 3?
Odenigbo, your nemesis, is second on the team.
Yeah, well, he should have a lot more than 3.5 sacks. He's supposed to be the guy this year. He really failed. Santa, will you do me a favor? And will you, when you're dropping off our presents, will you take Odenigbo?
No,
somewhere else.
Take Odenigbo and securely put him as a backup where he probably should be. He's very good depth. We'll take it. We'll take it. And those are our 5 things we want Santa to bring. Lupagus already said it, but remember, subscribe. We just started this last year. We're already almost at 2,000 subscribers. We love you. Thank you.
We do. We love you. Merry Christmas to everybody. To all, a good night. I hope you all your Christmas wishes come true. I really do.
That should have been that was like a Christmas movie in itself right there.
Thank you. Well, here's a little Christmas fact you guys can all share on the dinner table tonight, tomorrow, whenever you're gathering with your loved ones. Tell them this. Look around in the eye and tell her this. Every human being starts out as an anus. It's the first part of our bodies to form in the womb. Merry Christmas.